Jeanne Calment holds the verified record as the longest living human in history, reaching 122 years and 164 days. But what makes her story extraordinary isn't just the number, it's everything she witnessed during that time. Born in 1875 in Arles, France, she grew up in a world without cars, airplanes, or electricity in most homes. Over her lifetime, she would see the invention of cinema, survive 2 world wars, witness the rise and fall of empires, watch humans land on the moon, and live long enough to see the early days of the internet. As a teenager, she claimed to have met the Dutch painter, Vincent van Gogh, when he visited her family's shop. She later described him as unpleasant and scruffy, never imagining he would become one of the most celebrated artists in history. But the most unbelievable chapter of her life began when she was 90 years old. In 1965, she signed a legal contract with a 47-year-old lawyer named André-François Raffray. The agreement was a viager, a common French real estate arrangement. He would pay her a monthly sum for the rest of her life, and when she passed away, he would inherit her apartment. At 90, it seemed like a safe and calculated bet. Except Jeanne kept living. Years turned into decades. Raffray continued paying her every month. Eventually, he had paid more than twice the apartment's value. Then, in an unexpected twist, he died at 77, long before she did. His widow was legally required to continue the payments. By the time Jeanne finally passed away in 1997, the deal had become one of the most famous financial miscalculations in history. Her lifestyle only made the mystery deeper. She smoked occasionally until the age of 117. She enjoyed chocolate regularly and drank wine. She swore by olive oil, pouring it on her food and rubbing it into her skin daily. When asked about her secret, she once joked, "I've only ever had one wrinkle, and I'm sitting on it." Scientists studied her closely, searching for genetic clues that might explain her extraordinary longevity. Some skeptics later questioned whether her daughter may have assumed her identity decades earlier. But official French investigations reviewed documents, birth certificates, census data, and eyewitness testimonies, ultimately reaffirming her age as authentic and thoroughly verified. In her final years, she was nearly blind and used a wheelchair, yet she remained sharp, witty, and famously sarcastic. Even past her 110th birthday, she gave interviews and charmed reporters with her humor. When she died at 122, she hadn't just broken a record. She had lived through 3 centuries, outlived her lawyer, outlived her daughter and grandson, and experienced more technological and social change than almost anyone in recorded history. In a world obsessed with life expectancy and anti-aging secrets, Jeanne Calment remains proof that sometimes longevity isn't just biology, it's an extraordinary twist of time itself.